today for the Bitcoin price. What the heck is going on in this Bitcoin chart here? Someone is buying right here approximately 100 million US dollar worth of Bitcoin every single day. What does this mean for the Bitcoin price in the immediate short term? But even more importantly, why is this a harbinger of Bitcoin most probably hitting the all-time high much sooner than everyone thinks? This is for the second part of the video, but in the first part of the video, I want to be focusing on the Bitcoin price here in the immediate short term, because after our coverage yesterday, Bitcoin finally broke above this line. And the question right now is, of course, is this here a successful retest with the bounce of Bitcoin all the way up to our specific price target I'm going to be showing you here towards the end of the video? Or is Bitcoin here eventually going to break down to our bearish price target right now? I will be talking about all of that, guys. Make sure you stick here until the end of the video, because the second part, guys, this news about the 100 million US dollar worth of Bitcoin a day, I nearly fell off the chair when I heard that. Also, I will be showing you my DeFi portfolio update. We made here 60%, 72% gains, 240% gains. Is it too late to invest in DeFi right now? After we made these crazy gains, I want to be showing you my new picks here and where I'm investing in for more future gains. So make sure you sit down, you scroll down, and you also smash up the like button for that video. Guys, as you know, every noise you are making on this video, every like, every subscription, every bell button, every single comment when you are sharing that video in Telegram, in WhatsApp, and so on, it supports us with the YouTube algorithm. So thank you so much for that. You are the most supportive crypto community in the world, guys. Also, press subscribe, press the bell, and press on all. And with that being said, welcome crypto friends and welcome back to MMCrypto. My name is Chris, and as always, we are really pumped to go straight into the content. All right, guys, and as always, we are starting here on the 4-hourly candles for the Bitcoin price. And man, I cannot wait to share with you these news here about the $100 million in Bitcoin a day since a month or so already. But obviously, we want to be focusing on the Bitcoin price in the immediate short term, or also in the first part of the video. So I am going to do that. As you remember, we covered here that Bitcoin is in this falling wedge, and we also covered approximately here that we are probably going down for another bounce and then eventually break out, and we did break out. As you remember, as I mentioned yesterday in the video, I opened here also a long trade at the confirmation of the breakout. You know that I do put my money where my mouth is. As you remember, this is my new trade here on Bybit. You can see it here. I opened the trade, and this trade is still open. It is still profitable here at 22% in a profit. And I also have my big trade on Bybit open right now, racking in approximately, let me check here, $49,000. But also disclaimer, huge funding fee already paid, 12,000 US dollars. Please take that into consideration here. But obviously, yes, I am still here on the long side for Bitcoin. But one thing is very important to understand. After this breakout, I told you that probably after these few retests, we will break above this line. But what we can see right now is something very important. Bitcoin is in a decision mode here on the 4-hourly candles. What you can see is Bitcoin is right now trying to retest here the support. And I have to tell you, not on the 4-hourly, but on the daily, it will be very important to hold this support. In case Bitcoin bounces from here on the daily candle, I consider this a confirmed breakout. Even though the volume is missing here, this would be a confirmed breakout. And in case we are doing that, I think the likelihood is high that we are going up for another retest of the 12,100 and then eventually of the 12,500, which is the technical target of this falling wedge breakout. But this is very important to understand. If this retest actually fails, this is bearish for Bitcoin. If Bitcoin goes down and closes 1-2 daily candles below, we might get some downwards price action for Bitcoin. You just remember how it was here with this fake out. We went down, and on the daily we were not able to hold it. And well, what did we cover? Even though that this breakdown was surprising for us, this follow-through breakdown was not surprising for us if you're subscribed to the MMCrypto channel. Same thing right now. We want to see Bitcoin holding that, and in this case I see Bitcoin continuing in this upwards trajectory. Otherwise, we have to eye here other price levels to downwards towards the $10,500 price levels. But guys, I am not ringing the alarm bells now, because I actually think that the likelihood is very high of Bitcoin here following the upwards trajectory. And let me go here on the VPVR, but this time not on the long-term VPVR. This is the short-term VPVR, because what we can see here is that this level here, this is considered the point of control. This is a very important level, because throughout the last 1.5 months. We have built this level, and this here is basically the exact price Bitcoin was traded on the most, considering the volume, and this is 11,750. You see that Bitcoin was already getting the first rejection close to that level, and in case we are bouncing here, I do expect some resistance coming in at these levels. So only if we bounce and we break this level, in this case I think 12,100 will be very easy to achieve, and obviously if we are breaking out finally here out of this, the $12,500 price level is completely in place here for this breakout out of this falling wedge pattern, just as we covered it just a week ago here, approximately here at these price levels. Well guys, but as I said, today and tomorrow is the decision time. We have to see, we have to govern the price action and see what Bitcoin actually does, because this is not just a phrase, this is decision time for Bitcoin, at least in the immediate short term, even though I do want to tell you that, let me go on the 3-day candles here. You can see Bitcoin is still in this long-term bull trend, and even in the worst case, a retracement down to the $10,500 levels would not be the end of the world, especially considering if we were to go here on the weekly candles and we pull out the EMA weekly ribbon, which is extremely important obviously, is that with this Monday, today, this EMA weekly ribbon is finally going into our support zone. So if Bitcoin bounces down, we are finally getting this long-awaited bounce from the EMA weekly ribbon, because you remember in the last bull market, I covered that multiple times. We were bouncing from this EMA ribbon 7 times, and these bounces are very healthy. We are shaking out weekends, we are getting ready for the next pump towards the upside. No market in the world just goes up in a straight line for 1 or 2 years. This is like nearly impossible, obviously. So we need these touch points, and now that this is in this EMA weekly ribbon is finally going into our support zone, I would consider a breakdown here not as all too bad, whether it's happening this week, next week, the week afterwards. Right now we are fine here, because the breakdown would not bring us to a macro lower low, which would be below 10,500. So this is obviously very good news. I talked about that multiple times before here in our videos. Okay guys, but that's already it here for the coverage of the Bitcoin price in the immediate short term. In the second part of the video, I want to show you here my trades, my game plan, and also my updated DeFi portfolio. I can tell you some of these positions already made 100%, 250% within a week. And I will show you my new picks. I will show you how I am setting up my portfolio to get my next 100%, 200%, 300% in the best case here, also in the short term. Obviously, no guarantees here, but you have to wait until the end of the video. I will be showing you my new DeFi portfolio update here. But now let's get into the news. Let's get into the reason why you clicked that video. Who is buying $100 million worth of Bitcoin every day since a month or so, and what are the implications for the Bitcoin price? In my opinion, it's very positive implications, and it hints towards the fact that the all-time high is more imminent than everyone thinks right now. And you might think I'm crazy, but if you wait here and you wait for my reasoning, you wait for the data points I'm about to show you, you will understand the reason behind my statements here. And also guys, don't forget, there are timestamps in the pinned comment down below. And another few words here before we are going into the crazy news, guys. Wait here until the end of the video. I nearly fell off the chair when I saw that. Another words of appreciation are going here to our partner Interdax. This is a paid collaboration here as a disclaimer, but the reason why we chose them is that they are a very, very nice trading platform. I am actually taking part at their DEX summer battle, and you can take part there as well. They have a more than $50,000 prize pool here for the top 25, and considering that this exchange is smaller than BitMEX and so on, your likelihood of winning is obviously much higher. So they are starting actually today, so you can sign up by today, because the trading competition starts today and it goes on for 30 days. I am trading there myself in that competition, trying to maybe get into the top 25, and you can do so as well. I will leave you the rules of this trading competition down below, and also in the pinned comment I will leave you here the link. This is the specific sign up link. It is an affiliate link, but if you click this link, you get 10% off fee fees. And the most important point here is these 5%, because let's say you deposit 0.2 Bitcoin, you get 5% on top of that. This is like $100 worth of Bitcoin on top of that, even more. If you put in 1 Bitcoin in deposit, you get more than $500 completely for free here on this platform. So this is what I negotiated for you in the pinned comment down below. If you scroll down, you click this link, you get redirected here, you put in your email address and your password, and then you can take part at this DEX summer battle. Number one, you can take you can get a chance of winning these 5 Bitcoin in this trading competition, and also on top of that you get this 5% trading bonus. But if you deposit more, obviously this this bonus is getting significantly higher. It is in the pinned comment, on top of the pinned comment. I personally really like the platform, and this is the reason why we chose them here as sponsor for our channel, because we are getting contacted like every day, every second day, and I'm not accepting every platform. So this is one of them. I wanted to give a big shout out here, so make sure you take advantage of that in the pinned comment. But this, guys, this is what you all have been waiting for, the big news here. $100 million, approximately $100 million US worth of Bitcoin every single day. And this news here just broke recently. Panic buying. This is about panic buying, but who is panic buying? Let me show you, because from a macroeconomic perspective, this is maybe the biggest news we have heard in weeks or even months, guys. Let me tell you about this. Meanwhile, local currency panic in Turkey, Argentina and Brazil has pushed the price of Bitcoins locally to all-time highs, with Bitcoin purchases breaking records in Turkey. The chart below, and I will show you this chart right now, shows the volume in major Turkey Bitcoin exchanges since 2018. And listen to this, guys. This is not the only chart I want to be showing you, but this is so important, guys. Look, this is the volume here throughout the last 2 years. And remember, Turkey was actually an amazing economy just a few years ago. But what has ever happened here since the COVID crisis? Look at the volume spikes, and the most important thing is here, since the 30th of July 2020, when this fresh lira crisis in Turkey actually unfolded, this was going completely parabolic. We had like 10, 20, $30 million purchases every single day. But since the 30th of September, this was going parabolic, and we have now approximately between 80 and 100 million US dollar Bitcoin purchases every single day. And what does it mean? Let me show you this chart here. This chart is showing you Bitcoin against the Turkish lira, Bitcoin against the Argentinian currency, against the Brazil currency, against the South African currency. And what you can see here, this on the left, this is standardized here to the all-time high in December 2017. So whenever the lines here, the colored lines are going above this horizontal line, you know that we broke in this specific currency the all-time high. And I will show you the implications of that for the Bitcoin price, also in US dollar terms, because you can see here in May 2019 in the Argentinian currency, Bitcoin already broke the all-time high. And in the Turkish lira, just 2-3 weeks ago here, after this massive fear in the currency started unfolding on the 30th of July, approximately here, this was the moment also Bitcoin broke the all-time high here in Turkish lira. And in the Brazil currency, just a few days afterwards, it also broke the all-time high. And this is what I would like you to take away from that video. Do you remember how I covered in March 2020 here, after the COVID crisis unfolding, I was making this 2-minute video about the Federal Reserve announcing QE infinity. And I usually never do like 2-minute videos, emergency updates, only 120 seconds. But this one was so important that I wanted to push it to you directly, because this was the nail in the coffin, not only for the United States dollar, but for all currencies in the world. QE infinity debases the currencies here, not only from the United States, not only from the US dollar, because remember there are 84 central banks in the world. It debases the currency of all fiat currencies in the world, and it takes away the purchasing power of the lower and middle classes and redistributes it to the top 1%. And this is what we can already see here. We started to see that in Zimbabwe and many of these third world or developing countries. And then this was going over to the second world countries, to these BRIC states, to Argentina, Turkey, Brazil. We can see it already. Bitcoin is reaching all-time highs. What is the next step? Obviously, the first world countries. We will see it in the Great Britain. They are not having the best time right now. Then we will see it in the Eurozone, obviously. And what I am telling you, the United States will be probably the last man standing until it falls. And we will see every single currency, every single fiat currency eventually collapsing, because nothing with infinity, like the money printing, currency printing, can go on forever. And what we see here in the Argentinian peso, in the Turkish lira, in the Brazilian real, or whatever this currency is, what we can see here unfolding is a harbinger of what is going to happen for the Bitcoin price in euro and for the Bitcoin price in US dollar. The central banks are reckless, and they are stealing the money of you, of your friend, of your neighbor, and of your family. They are stealing your purchasing power. And what you can do against that is investing in Bitcoin, silver, gold. And what we can see here is just a very nice mirror into the future, because what I am predicting right now shouldn't come with all too much of a surprise, is that this chart here, this all-time high chart, this black chart here, Bitcoin against US dollar, we will see this crossing the line rather sooner than later. Bitcoin will hit the all-time high rather sooner than later, according to this data. This is my prediction right now, mark my words. But obviously, let me complete that, guys. This is no financial advice. I could be wrong. I don't think I'm wrong, but I could be wrong on this. Let me know in the comment section down below what you think about that. And wow, guys, so many people asking me about my DeFi portfolio. Well, guys, you know on Twitter, I am posting that every single day. And within 11 or let's say 12 days already, we racked in here 40% portfolio return against US dollar. And against Bitcoin, it is already 42%. And you can see here, Ampleforth, 60%, Balancer, 72%, DAI Chain Stake, 240%, Polkadot, 50%, 140% for ZZZ Finance, 42% for Aave, Melonport, 62%. And guys, obviously we have here some small losers. I expect them to gain also. Obviously, I could be wrong here once again, but what I am telling you right now is I am planning to add new DeFi positions to my portfolio. And this is where you come into this game, guys. Now it is your time. You can scroll down and leave your favorite DeFi project in the comment section down below. If you find your favorite DeFi project in another comment, upvote this comment, and yes, leave it down below, and I will take them into consideration for my next add-ons here in my DeFi portfolio. I really want to add here some new projects, and I want to take profits on some other projects which were going well recently. Let me know in the comment section down below, and also with your likes on that video if you want more of these daily DeFi portfolio updates. And as you know, I am pushing them directly to you in absolute real time, so everyone who bought these altcoins just when I did it and when I announced it publicly, you made already 240% here, 70%, 60%, and so on. Also, some people might say, well, your portfolio went up within the last 10-11 days because the market went up. Well, this is true to a certain degree, but if you just look here at the weekly return, this turkey line is the portfolio return, the blue line is the market return, and the purple line is the Bitcoin return. You can see that this portfolio here actually outperformed the whole market by 21%. So obviously, this is exactly what we want. When the market doubles, we want to make more than a double, because otherwise you can just buy an index, you can just buy everything fully distributed. The portfolio only makes sense if you are aiming for beating the market, and this is exactly what we are doing right now as a community here. And as a quick, very, very positive ending note, and just because I don't want you to forget here that Bitcoin is king and Bitcoin will remain king forever, in my personal opinion, is this chart here. It is on DeFi Pulse. And what many people tend to forget is that with this whole DeFi hype is that Bitcoin is one of the beneficiaries of that, guys. Please don't forget that. With DeFi going parabolic, the value of Bitcoin here locked in DeFi is also going parabolic, right now equating to 55 Bitcoin, which is $660 million worth of Bitcoin being locked up in DeFi. As you know, this contracts the circulating supply of Bitcoin. It takes Bitcoin from the open market and obviously plays with the play between supply and demand, which is usually also beneficial for the Bitcoin price. Let's see how it goes. But in my opinion, this is extremely bullish for Bitcoin. It's extremely bullish for Ethereum. So do not forget that when you are FOMOing and when you are thinking, well, should I put more percentages here in my DeFi portfolio or in altcoins? Think about that Bitcoin and Ethereum will just benefit as much as many of these altcoins from the DeFi high. And I always have some very valuable nuggets for you guys, especially in the end of the video. So thank you so much for watching until the end. We will see each other very soon. Let's see how this decision time for Bitcoin plays out here in the immediate short term. Thank you so much for watching. Click the subscription box right here and also click the video from yesterday if you haven't watched it already right here. And as always, guys, bye bye.